Viking knew her name before the first sword fell.
Every Viking knew her name.
Before the battle, Viking warriors knelt, not to beg for life, but to be found worthy.
They did not fear the frost or frozen ground.
They feared dying without a Valkyrie.
Feel the wings above the snow, hear the ancient promise kept. Know the ones who waited for her never waited and then wept.
Frost Valkyries, the bravest waited for them.
Frost Valkyries,
the worthy souls adored them.
no Viking bled without a reason.
No fearless heart was left too cold.
Claim the ones whose eyes were still open.
Claim
The ones whose story must be told.
they left behind their names on frozen stone.
They left behind their swords beside the water.
They did not leave behind a single fear.
They gave it all and waited to be chosen.
Frost
Valkyries,
the bravest waited for them.
Frost Valkyries,
The worthy souls adored them.
no Viking bled without a reason.
No fearless heart was left too cold. Claim,
The ones whose eyes were still open.
claim,
The ones whose story must be told.
they lay upon the frozen battlefield.
And felt the frost become something warmer.
They heard the winds before the silence broke.
And smiled because they knew she had come for them.
They were waiting for me.
Every single one,
Not with fear.
with certainty.
They had earned this moment,
With every choice they ever made.
and I did not make them wait long.
Frost Valkyries,
The bravest waited for them.
Frost Valkyries,
The worthy souls adored them.
no Viking bled without a reason.
No fearless heart was left too cold.
Claim the ones whose eyes were still open.
Claim
The ones whose story must be told.
they did not pray for survival. They prayed to be chosen. And they were. And they were.
And they were. And they were.
They did not fear the last breath. They welcomed it. They did not fear the last breath. battle they ate slowly. They sharpened every blade without a word. They were not silent out of fear or weakness. They were silent because they had already heard.
Hear the ravens circle low, feel the frost before the steel. Know the ones who march without fear, know exactly what is real.
Iron souls, they march into the dark unbroken.
Iron souls,
They die with every vow still spoken. Death was never what they feared. It was dying without being heard. Rise into the hall where warriors never sleep. Rise, the fearless always had a name to keep. She watched them from above the frozen tree line. She counted those whose hearts had never bent. She knew before the first sword touched the morning exactly which ones Valhalla had been sent.
iron souls,
They march into the dark unbroken.
iron souls,
They die with every vow still spoken.
death was never what they feared. It was dying without being heard.
Rise,
Into the hall where warriors never sleep.
rise.
The fearless always had a name to keep.
They did not rage against what was approaching. They did not beg the gods for one more day. They faced the end the way they faced the morning and walked into the dark, the Viking way.
I have seen 1,000 men choose fear, and 1,000 men choose forward. The ones who chose forward never needed me to find them. They were already walking toward me. They had been walking toward me their whole life. Iron soul, they march into the dark unbroken.
Iron souls,
They die with every vow still spoken.
death was never what they feared. It was dying without being heard.
Rise into the hall where warriors never sleep.
Rise, the fearless always had
A name to keep.
They did not fear the last breath. They earned it. Every step, every step, every step.
Every step.
Every step. Before the first war, we were here.
Before the last fire, we remain.
We have watched every field go dark.
We know what stone remembers.
No field was empty when they fell. No blood was shed where we did not stand. We were the wind before the ravens came.
We were the dark before the dark had names.
Stone holds what flesh forgets.
We held it first, not the ones who never bled.
Not the ones who never broke.
The ones who bled and did not flee.
We saw.
We do not mock the ones who stood unmarked. We mock the ones who fell and held blood and bone, stone and shadow.
What broke here will not stay broken.
No war is fought where no eye sees.
No silent war is fought alone.
We saw what none beside you saw.
We stood in dark you thought was yours.
Wing and wind, veil and veil,
Your war was witnessed.
word for word. We do not mark the ones who stood unmarked. We mark the ones who fell and held blood and bone, stone and shadow.
What broke here will not stay broken. We descended where the smoke was thickest.
We walked the ground before the ground went cold.
Death and dark, storm and steel.
We cut through what the living could not feel.
You did not fall, you were not left.
You were found and found worth carrying.
We drove through the last dark door.
What burns in you will not be ash. Come, the hall of the honored dead has heard your name.
Walk through.
Do not look back at what you were. We do not mark the ones who stood unmarked. We mark the ones who fell and held blood and bone, stone and shadow.
What broke here will not stay broken. Stone holds what flesh forgets.
We held it first.
Before the last fire, we remain.
Before the first war,
We were
here.
before the first eye opened. We were here. Before the first cry broke, we knew its name. Storm did not birth us. We birthed the storm. We walked the void where no foot had pressed. We marked the dark where no dark had weight. The world was wet, it had no bone, yet we gave it grief. Grief gave it ground. What wept became the first stone.
What broke became the first ridge. Beneath the black we heard it breathe. The thing that was not yet but would be. And we did not flinch from what it cost.
cannot yet be seen.
We hold the ash.
We know the fire beneath.
We stood at the first edge before the first fall.
No name had yet been pressed into the stone.
We saw the worthy long before the worthy knew themselves. The war need not be witnessed to be real.
We see,
We always see,
we
have always seen.
see.
A world that ends is not a world that dies.
It is a world that cannot yet be seen.
We hold the ash.
We know the fire beneath. What burned in the void, we did not mourn.
We pressed it into iron.
Iron into will. You who fell before the first name was given.
You did not fall unseen.
What shattered in you built the bones of everything.
What broke in you will not stay broken, not here.
Grief does not end, it transforms.
It becomes the ground. We are what grief becomes when grief will not lie still. Before the living came, the honored dead already walked.
We did not wait for war.
To know what worth was.
A world becoming cannot be seen by those still bound
To what it was. A world that ends is not a world that dies.
It is a world that cannot yet be seen.
We hold the ash.
We know the fire beneath.
Fire.
Before the first eye opened, we were here.
We are here still.
We will be here.
When the last eye closes, we are here still.
No Viking ever died wondering. She always came. No Viking ever died wondering. They sailed through storms and never asked for mercy. They bled on ground that gods had marked as theirs. They did not build their lives around survival. They built them around being worth her prayers.
Feel the cold become a doorway. Hear the wings divide the sky. Know the ones who bled with purpose were the ones she came to find.
Odin's wings descend when brave men fall.
Odin's wings.
Odin's wings, they answer every final call. The worthy lay with open eyes, already knowing they had earned the skies. Ascend through gates that only open once. Ascend for those who bled without a second thought. She crossed the battlefield without a sound. She found the ones who died still moving forward. She did not count the bodies on the ground. She only counted those worth carrying forward. Odin's winds descend when brave men fall.
Odin's
through gates that only open once. Ascend for those who bled without a second thought. They did not die with fear upon their faces.
They died the way they lived, without a break.
The Valkyries had watched them their whole lifetimes,
And came the moment they had earned their place.
I have crossed every battlefield, in every age, and the ones worth taking always knew I was coming. They had been ready since the day they were born.
Odin's wings descend when brave men fall.
Odin's wings,
Odin's wings, they answer every final call.
the worthy lay with open eyes, already knowing they had earned the skies. Ascend through gates that only open once. Ascend for those who bled without a second thought. No Viking ever died wondering.
She always came, always came,
Always came,
always came, always came.
always came.
Always came.
The bravest never die alone. The Valkyries make sure of it. The bravest never die alone. Before the ravens left the sky, before the axes touched the frost, the Valkyries were already watching, counting every soul that would be lost.
Feel the wings before the cold. Hear the silence choose its name. Know the ones who fall without flinching never fall the same.
Frost Valkyries, they take what war reveals. Frost Valkyries, they know which blood is real.
No Viking died without a witness. No worthy name was left to fade.
Take the fearless from the frozen battlefield. Take the ones that Valhalla was made. She did not weep, she did not linger. She read the fallen like a northern sky. She knew before she touched the ground beneath her exactly who was ready and who was not ready to die.
Frost Valkyries,
They take what war reveals.
Frost Valkyries,
They know which blood is real.
no Viking died without a witness. No worthy name was left to fade.
Take the fearless from the frozen battlefield. Take
The ones that Valhalla
Valkyries did not fear her coming. They sharpened blades and spoke her name. They knew the ones she came for were the chosen, and dying worthy was the only aim.
I do not choose the loudest, I do not choose the strongest, I choose the one still reaching when everything else has stopped. That is the only name
worth carrying home.
Frost Valkyries.
They take what war reveals.
Frost Valkyries.
They know which blood is real.
No Viking died without a witness, no worthy name was left to fade.
Take the fearless from the frozen battlefield. Take
The ones that Valhalla was made.
the bravest never die alone. The Valkyries made sure every time,
Every time,
every time.
every time every time.
The age of war is done.
The fields are cold and still,
Yet we remain. We were there before the first blade fell. We watched each man who stood when standing cost him more.
Stone remembers what no living mouth will say.
We were there.
We saw, we marked each name
No field is dark enough.
to hide that war from us.
We see, we always see.
Not the ones who never bled.
The ones who bled and did not
We
flee.
found them in the dark.
They fell,
They held, they did not break.
no grave holds what we carry.
Stone and shadow, blood and bone.
What broke in them will not stay broken.
The hall of the honored dead stands full tonight.
Each name within it cost more than a wound.
They came not crowned, they came still bleeding, still unbowed. We do not ask what broke you on that ground. We ask what held.
And it held.
We saw it hold.
They fell,
They held, they did not break.
no grave holds what we carry.
Stone and shadow, blood and bone.
What broke in them will not stay broken. Every silent war has weight,
Every wound that no one
living in
saw.
the world forgot.
We carved it where the stars are carved.
Before the last fire dies, we ride.
After the last fire falls, we remain. You did not fall alone.
What burns in you?
Will not be ash.
Come.
could not.
We remain.
The age of war is done.
The frost remembers every warrior by name.
The frost remembers
Every warrior. They carve their names into the frozen stone. Before the battle, while the ravens watched. No prayer, no mercy, no surrender given. Just iron will and everything they had.
watch the frost descend like judgment.
Hear the north reclaim its own,
Feel the weight of every lifetime,
leading every warrior home.
Frost Valkyries,
They rise when north winds blow.
Frost Valkyries,
They take the ones below. No warrior who carved his name in frozen stone was ever left to face that cold alone. Forge a soul from ice and ancient northern war. Forge the fearless were always what the north was for. She did not come with softness or with mercy. She came with purpose, carved from northern ice. She had been watching since before his first breath, and knew exactly what his soul was worth, the price.
Frost Valkyries,
They rise when north winds blow.
Frost Valkyries,
They take the ones below. No warrior who carved his name in frozen stone was ever left to face that cold alone. Forge a soul from ice and ancient northern war. Forge the fearless were always what the north was for. The north does not produce the weak or frightened. It forges those who never learn to break. And when the Frost Valkyries descend at midnight, they only come for those the north could make.
I am older than the first snow. I have seen empires rise and turn to frost, but every time a warrior falls without flinching, I am reminded
Why the north was worth the cost.
Frost Valkyries,
They rise when north winds blow.
Frost Valkyries,
They take the ones below.
no warrior
Who carved his name in
frozen stone
was ever left to face that cold alone. Forge a soul from ice and ancient northern war. Forge the fearless were always what the north was for. The frost remembers every name.
Every warrior, every warrior, every warrior.
Every warrior,
every warrior, every warrior,
before the first fire, we stood here. Before the last stone falls, we stand still. The sky does not end, it opens. We were there when the great tree shook. We watched the roots pull free from the dark,
Stone cracked,
but we did not fall.
the fields below us red and still. The wind remembers what the living forget.
We have always been here.
At the edge, not the end,
The threshold,
not the grave.
the gate,
Walk through.
or do not walk.
What ends here does not die.
What breaks here does not stay broken.
We were watching, we have always watched,
The world turns,
and we remain.
you did not fall unseen.
No field is dark enough to hide your war.
We count each name the stone forgets.
We hold what no grave holds.
Every wound you bore,
We bore it too.
you bled in silence.
We were never silent. What ends here does not die.
What breaks here does not stay broken.
We were watching, we have always watched,
The world turns,
and we remain.
the wolf stirs, unchained and old.
The great fire eats the edge of the sky.
We do not turn from fire.
We do not mourn what fire made.
What's burned in you will not be ash.
What the old world ends, the new world needs. You fear the last storm.
We have stood at every last door.
It was never the last. What ends here does not die.
What breaks here does not stay broken.
We were watching, we have always watched,
The world turns,
and we remain. The field is red,
and still,
and still the great tree bends.
but holds.
We rise from where no living eye can follow.
What becomes now,
They will not see yet.
before the first fire, we stood here.
Before the last stone falls,
We stand still. Death was not the end. Every Viking knew one thing. Before each battle they would close their eyes and picture wings above the morning frost. They did not fear the sword or frozen ground, because they knew that nothing brave was lost. Hear the wings before the steel, feel the cold before the blade. Know that those who fight without fear were never meant to simply fade. Valkyries,
they come when brave men close their eyes.
Valkyries,
They cross between the worlds and skies.
the Vikings did not mourn their fallen brothers.
They raised their cups and called them home.
Through the gates of the eternal feasting hall,
No fearless soul has ever died alone.
she watched him in his final breath of winter. She saw him smile when all his strength had gone. He was not afraid of what was coming, because his whole life he had known all along. Valkyries,
They come when brave men close their eyes.
Valkyries,
They cross between the worlds and skies.
the Vikings did not mourn their fallen brothers.
They raised their cups and called them home.
Through the gates of the eternal feasting hall,
No fearless soul has ever died alone.
the ones who fell became the ones who feasted. The ones who died became the ones who lived. Valhalla was not built for those who suffered. It was built for those who had something to give.
He did not beg me to take him. He did not even look up. He simply finished what he started. And when it was over, I was already there. I had always been there.
Valkyries,
They come when brave men close their eyes.
Valkyries,
They cross between the worlds and skies.
the Vikings did not mourn their fallen brothers.
They raised their cups and called them home.
Through the gates of the eternal feasting hall,
No fearless soul has ever died alone.
every Viking knew one thing: death was never the end.
Never the end,
Never the end.
never the end.
Never the end.
Never the end.
been there, where the field goes quiet. We descend. Before the last breath left the stone-cold ground, before the blood had dried on blade and bone,
we watched the ones who fell but did not flee.
we counted every name the dark consumed.
No field was far enough to hide that war from us.
We saw what no one living saw.
The sky remembers what the earth forgets.
Stone holds the weight that flesh cannot.
We were already there.
Not the ones who won,
The ones who would not break.
those who fell still holding.
These we take.
We do not walk among the ones who fled.
We do not call the name of those who knelt before the end.
We saw you when the line gave way around you.
We saw you stand in smoke where nothing stood.
Your silence on that hill was not defeat.
What bled in you was not a wasted thing.
The ones who won,
The ones who would not break.
those who fell still holding.
These we take.
The storm tears open, we descend on dark wings.
The field below runs red from end to
We
end.
move through smoke and silence, ash and iron.
We find the ones the living will not name.
What burns in you will not become just ash.
What breaks in you will not remain as ruin.
We have come,
We always come.
we come.
You did not fall alone.
The dark that took you,
We were in that dark.
you were always seen. Not the ones who won,
The ones who would not break.
those who fell still holding.
These we take.
Not the ones who won, those who fell still holding. We were there before the ravens came. We will be there when the last fire dims.
Where the field goes quiet.
We descend. We were there when the last fire dimmed. No song rose, no stone was carved.
But we were there.
They fell where the field had no name.
No blade gleamed bright above their grave.
No horn rang out,
No hall rang back.
mud and dark and silence took them.
We walked the ground when all had gone.
We counted what the world forgot.
Stone holds what flesh forgets.
We hold what stone cannot.
The weight of every nameless thing. We saw, we marked, we held. No name is lost to us.
What the world forgot, we keep.
What the dark consumed, we carry still. You did not fall in bright named wars.
No skald stood watch.
No torch was lit
Your blood-fed ground.
that bore no fruit.
Your breath went out.
Where no breath answered.
We were there.
We are always there.
Behind her low, unmoving.
One held note. We saw, we marked, we held. No name is lost to us.
What the world forgot,
We keep. What the dark consumed, we carry still.
you thought no eye had found your
You
field.
thought no wing had crossed your dark.
You were wrong.
We walked your ground before your birth.
We watched your war.
Before it broke you.
What broke in you will not stay broken.
What burned will not be left as ash.
You are not what the world made. You are what we found.
No field is far enough to keep you from us.
No dark is deep enough.
To hide what you held.
We find the ones no elegy was made for.
We speak their weight into the silence, and it stays. We saw, we marked, we held. No name is lost to us.
What the world forgot,
We keep. What the dark consumed, we carry still.
we marked,
No, we held.
we kept.
No name is lost to us.
No name,
We marked, we held.
we kept.
No name is lost to us. We were there when the last fire dimmed.
The sea does not promise return. They knew that. The sea does not promise return. They pushed the longships out before the sunrise. Their women watched from cliffs without a word. No tears, no prayers, no begging for safe passage. Just the sound of oars and everything they heard.
Feel the cold beneath the keel. Hear the north wind call your name. Know that those who sail without fear never sail the same sea twice.
Sons of the sea, they sail where gods are watching.
Sons of the sea,
They row towards something calling. The horizon holds no fear for those who already know what awaits below. Sail
beyond the edge of everything you know.
Sail, Valhalla waits in waters you can't row. and freezing. She counted those who did not look behind, the ones who kept their eyes upon the horizon, were exactly what she came to find.
Sons of the sea,
they sail where gods are watching.
sons of the sea,
They row towards something calling. The horizon holds no fear for those who already know what awaits below.
sail beyond the edge of everything you know. Sail
Valhalla waits in waters you can't row. Some returned with scars and northern stories. Some were swallowed by the freezing dark. But everyone who never made it homeward left Valhalla burning like a spark.
I have followed every ship that sailed. I have watched the ones that did not return. They did not sink into the dark. They sailed straight through it into something the living will never see from shore. Sons of the sea,
They sail where gods are watching.
sons of the sea,
They row towards something calling.
the horizon holds no fear for those
Who already know what awaits below.
sail beyond the edge of everything you know. Sail
Valhalla waits in waters you can't row. The sea does not promise return, but Valhalla does.
always has,
Always has.
always has.
Always has. Always has. She was there before the swords. She is always there. She was there before the swords. No Viking fell without a witness. She marked them all before the end. She came for those who never flinched and never asked for mercy then.
See her wings above the frost, hear her before the final breath. Know the brave are never abandoned, even in death.
She comes for the brave, not those who survived.
She comes for the brave,
The ones who never arrived.
no worthy Viking fell without her.
No fearless soul was left behind.
Take only those the North has chosen.
Take the ones worth Odin's time. She moved sound. She touched the ones who died, still reaching. She never once looked at the ground. She only came for those worth keeping.
She comes for the brave,
not those who survived.
she comes for the brave,
the ones who never arrived.
no worthy Viking fell without her,
No fearless soul was left behind.
take only those the North has chosen,
Take the ones worth Odin's time. The Vikings said her name in silence before each blade met frozen air. Not out of fear, but out of knowing that she was always already there.
I have never left a worthy soul, not one. Every battlefield, every winter, since the first Viking raised his axe, I was already walking toward him.